Hey everybody, we're back to do some videos. Corey asked for some more videos, so been a little on the busy side. But we'll get more. And I'm really liking what Corey's doing with the speed one. I never liked those things. I kind of like to see it, at the regular rate. But I like the way Corey does it. So okay, he's the boss. Let's see. So we'll do a little slow in, show you guys what we're gonna do, and then we'll do the Corey thing, and that way I can kind of listen to the news or music or whatever, and then he'll do that and put some classical music, and then we'll end. And then if you clicked on the link that Corey has up, our school's back up. So the website, the Portfolio Art School. So on that, you could actually get courses. One of the things that I want to provide is the process. How does it apply to the actual job? Art is our life. It's what we do. It's everything. But then you got to do it for a living. So then it has to be a process, and it has to work because you're on schedules. And that's where I've been for the last week, no sleep, just working on schedules. You have to be able to go back and make changes, and it's got to be a process. So that's what you'll find in our school, and also this learning in random order. Man, that's got to frustrate you guys. Where you can just pick, pick and choose what you want to take. Well, that's like just eating all chocolate cake, and that's where I'm at. Where you just, you got to have some other, staples in your diet. So you got to learn the hard stuff too. So if you go to our school, we can actually guide you along the way and make you do the stuff that you need to be successful. So it's kind of cool. So this is the book we did, and this is the painting I did yesterday, and this was fun. We're gonna do another one of these. We're gonna do it in gouache. Okay. So Corey wants me to show you the supplies. This was a fun painting, and I actually did I did a drawing on this one first. So supplies. This is a Cecilia book. Cecilia is proof that there might be a God. Only a God could create a Cecilia. She's my TA and good friend, and I get to mentor her, and she's amazing. So she's from Italy, so we've been able to get these books. They totally fall apart. It's hilarious. The paper is so soft that it just like falls apart in your hands. But when you're painting in this book, it's a rush, man. It just feels really good. So this is a Cecilia book, and the paper is from Italy, and it's really great. And the leather's from Italy, and it's really fun. And because I don't play golf, I'm not into sports. I'm absolutely in love with my wife and my kids, so I'm not out there doing middle-aged or older stuff like fooling around. And I don't, I love my car, so I'm not trying to get a sports car. I buy art supplies. So, and then real important, this is from Arthur at the Innovative Journaling. And I like to surround myself with people who are smarter than I am and more talented than I am, and he is. And he makes these sketchbooks, and they're just incredible. If you look up art, a Renaissance arts leather, it'll go back to him also. But what you'll find with Arthur, he stands behind his product, which is important to me. So, if anything ever damages, he'll replace it immediately or fix it. Most likely fix it. And he's great. He's creative. He's a purist, and he's a friend, and so promoting his stuff. But I wouldn't promote it if I didn't love it. And I like his stuff. You can custom make these books to your liking, and they'll last you forever. So just one of these will last you the rest of your life. Okay, so this is an Arthur book, and you put it whatever you want inside. So people asking what paper I'm using. This is Strathmore sketchbook, and it's really cool, and it's really wonderful. And I like the tone paper because it gives you a kind of a really fun starting, kind of keys your painting. So of course this is keyed with a warm gray. And then these paintings, I'm going to do one for you in gouache today. The paintings, they're all about rhythms and planes. And so it's fun. Like this, I'm putting down a white marker first. And here's one of the white markers. I'll grab one for you. So this is the white marker, this pit. They're really fun. My students got these for me. The Pitt Artist Pens, Faber-Castell Pitt Artist Pen. And you just put this down first in just the shape and then draw into it, which will make sure you understand your silhouettes. So that's real important. And it's just, sketches or some more, beat it up, take it to death, So just having fun working on the head drawing. This was a fun one. So this was done with just white first, and then I put it in fountain pen, and then put water over the fountain pen, the wash, and it really felt great. It was really good. So that's cool. And so that's this one here. Do studies also, like this is what we call our branch from hell from our school. This was a demo for the students. And you're using the rhythms and the planes. So we got that. This is an old sketchbook. I'm going to bring it into school tomorrow. And so here, it's like how much color can you put in one painting? And try to, pull out as much as you can. Playing around. Have fun. Here's a watercolor. Just have a good time. This was pretty, just real subtle. And, you draw all day long commercially, and then you get a chance to sit and draw for yourself. And that's the fun part. So here we go. So this book, I'll bring it to class tomorrow. Let students go through. But it just falls apart. It's just crazy stuff. A lot of study. I look back at this and go, oh my God, how did I ever draw this bad? This goes back a number of years ago. And you see your growth in your sketchbooks. That's the key. And that's why we have our sketchbooks. You look back. Don't be afraid to cut, paper out and glue it in and have fun. My sketchbooks are all about fundamentals. So it's, head drawing, figure drawing, perspective, landscape composition, value and color. It's what I love. So, you want to do your passion. This was marker and water. Pretty cool. This was done with a dip brush, like one of those feathers. You dip it in and you draw with it. So I was doing that for the students. But this goes back a long time ago. This is years and years and years ago. But it's really fun. Okay. Today, people are asking what I did my paintings in. And it's a scrapbook. Yes. Here we go. So this was $1.50 at one of the dollar stores. So it cost $1.50 at a dollar store. And this one, it turned out okay, nothing special. This one I liked. I thought this one turned out pretty cool. So let's see if I can zoom in for you guys. Ooh, welcome to the new iPhone. This is the iPhone 10. It's pretty crazy. So you can see that all of these strokes, okay, so this is done without any pencil, and that's what we're going to do today, no pencil. So you just put, and I'll demo it for you, and you'll see it. But basically, you put down the shape first. You want to go with what's called the graphic footprint. So where does it take space? And this is important for when you're doing concept work, because you don't have time to sit there and draw it all out. You got to be able to put a smudge, just a mark down for the face and draw the face out of it. So you go, face, body, and then you got to draw right out of it. So this is good training for that. So what you'll see me doing in the demo, because it'll be on speed, speed painting. My speed is Coca-Cola and chocolate. And if you do Coca-Cola and chocolate at the same time, you get a serious rush. So, but what you do here is you put down just the shape and then the shape of the hair, and then you just keep going shapes as you move in. So it's like animation, extremes, breakdowns, and in-betweens. Well, same thing here. This will be your key pose, which is the big shape, and then your breakdown, which would be the shapes within that, maybe the hair, and then the next, breakdown would be, the orbit of the eyes, under the nose, under the chin, side plane. And then you move into your in-betweens, but every in-between has to be on an arc. It all has to work. It's got a cushion. It's got to be beautiful. So same thing here, every one of these brushstrokes has to fall on the rhythm chart and the planes. The rhythm chart is your anatomy. It never changes. Your epicranius is here, bicularis oculi, bicularis oris. These are your whoa muscles. So these are your levators, your whoa dude, because these muscles attach from your bicularis oris to the bicularis oculi. So if you go whoa and you push your mouth down, you'll find that your eyes pull down. Your depressor, your zygomaticus, levator zygomaticus, major, minor, levator superioris. So that's where you're going to find those brushstrokes fall on that. The planes is how it moves. So if you smile, then you're going to get kind of a box shape here at the nasal labial fold. and that would be a box shape. So it's the same muscles, but it's a different, um, it's the same rhythm and the same muscles, but it's a different plane because you're pushing up on it, causing that. So planes are how you move the light around and move your forms around, but the rhythms are your anatomy, and that never changes. Okay, this was a study. We did this for my class. This is a demo, and this is what we do at our school. So we own a school. It's called Sheldon's Art Academy, and it's a brick and mortar, and it's a real school, and I'll be there today. And I get to teach these young kids, and they're learning what we taught at Warner Brothers, what we taught at Disney, what we teach at the major studios. But we're giving it to these middle school and high school kids. And man, are they going fast, and man, are they growing, and it's really fun, and I love it. I have a great time with it. This was a fun little study, and these are done quick. These are just for the kids for their demos, but they're learning the rhythms and planes. This is the one I did last week, and I got some good, responses on Instagram. I like Instagram because I see my old friends on there, from the old studio days, and it's like, oh, wow, Alan Bodner, oh my God, my hero, I get to see his work, and Mike Humphreys, and of course, Will Weston, my great friends, and I look up to these guys, and I get to see their work and study from them and steal from them and learn their stuff. And then for me, because I'm, kind of digitally challenged in some ways, it's easy to do. You just post it right up there. So it's kind of fun, and I'm having a good time with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a painting right here, and I'm going to do one of my favorite models. She's an Afro-American woman, and she doesn't pose for me anymore, but she was like one of my amazing models and friends, and she posed for me for years. She's got a great face, great shape of her hair, and the skin tone is just so fun. So you have to be able to learn how to do different skin tones. My skin tone is clear. I'm absolutely clear. When I'm on the beach, I take off my shirt, my phone rings. It's always weird. And I answer, who is this? And it's usually NASA. And I'm always shocked. Like, why is NASA calling me, when I'm sitting here on the beach? And they're just telling me to put my shirt back on because the glare from my chest, it always consistently knocks out these satellites. And Siri tells people to turn right, and that's the ocean, and it's a mess. So I have to keep my shirt on. So I would be on this, end of the spectrum. And then you have, other people, more tan skin. And, on mine, I can do all kinds of like greens and crazy flesh tones. And it's not just like flesh out of a tube. You'll see that when we do our painting. We're painting with warms and cools. I try to think of warm and cool when I paint. But when you get into the very dark skin, it's just so fun because you get purples and greens, and it's really cool. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, you guys ready? I'm going to sit back and put on some music, and Corey's going to override that with some classical music that he'll choose. And then after I'm done with the painting, I'll show you. Hopefully it turns out. We'll see. Okay. Thanks, you guys. Talk to you later. Let Corey know what you need. And this intro was rambling, and it's 13 minutes and 19 seconds. Okay, so that was it. So one of the things that Corey wanted me to show you guys is what we use for supplies. So again, this is a just a scrapbook, $1.50 at the dollar store, and this is the painting. This is a study. I want you guys to do thousands of these, and you're designing. You know, you're painting with planes. You're not rendering. Every plane is thought out. Mostly thinking warm and cool. I like to play with broken color. I really get excited when I put a green next to a purple. I get kind of a charge. I've had some people ask about lost edges, and it's really fairly simple, everybody. If this tone here, okay, right here, matches the background in value or color, that's a lost edge. So what you want to do is guide the viewer's eye. So maybe I'll do a lost edge here, one here, and you're going to lose your edges in value, color, hardness, softness. So we want to think of it this way. This is Sheldon, and this is some kind of chocolate. And you want to get me there, okay? So you just want to kind of guide the eye with your lost edges. So halftones can actually be lost edges. And that's where it gets really fun. That, we have like this edge here. I can soften that edge. So it'd be a hard edge here, but soften there, and it guides the eye. And that's when it gets really fun. So it's not just shadows that have lost edges. So we're losing it with everything. See, now we're just kind of guiding the eye. I don't overwork it. For supplies, this is just a cheap travel brush, and we sell them at our school. And I burn them out pretty quick. So they're just real fast. For paint, this is a cellularly, anyways, this is Aqua Mini thing. And it's just cheap. And I squirt in my own paints, and then just kind of mix around with that. Any watercolor that you use, I'd be careful because it's expensive. If you add opaque white to it, you're going to get gouache. This is just a little gouache that I put together. I squeezed paint in. It's just random. I really like green. I think green is really important. So I have a lot of green, and it's just different colors. Again, I just think warm and cool, and squirt some fresh white in there. For the white, just use gouache. So if you take any, like this is supposed to be a watercolor kit, but it has kind of a honey they put inside of it, which made it kind of opaque, so I just made it more opaque by adding white. This is a little thing, when you order something from Arthur at Renaissance Leather or Innovative Journaling, he'll send you out this kind of really beautiful pouch with leather over it. And so, I'll put in some paint. This is a little water thing. I put Velcro on the back sometimes and just attach it to my sketchbook. So that's for water. There's a different, just different gouache. There's your white. Just, whatever colors you're going to use a lot. Here's Payne's gray, blue, whatever. So we have that. Actually, don't even need these in here. I'll just use the white. So I'll take these out because I didn't even use them. So that's pretty cool. So that's your little kit. So you take these and you put them here. Okay, and then you put your brushes in there. See, you always get it messed up. I really take care of my watercolor brushes. I rub their backs at night, kind of sing them lullabies, and they're in really nice cases. They're, watercolor brushes especially, but there are other stuff. Gouache, oil, acrylic beats up your brushes. For water, what I use is this little invention right here. This is a flask, which some people use for alcohol. I don't like alcohol. It makes me dizzy. It makes other people dizzy and then pregnant. So, if you're out there and you want to drink as an artist, you really don't need it. It doesn't help your creativity. But this does. So I have water in here, and I pour the water in there. And if I put it like that, it kind of stays in one place, and then I can go ahead and paint with it. So this is kind of fun. So I have that. And people look at you kind of funny. Other than that, I think that's where we are. So this is a quick little study. And again, it's all about planes and rhythms. The rendering stuff it's good, but you want to be a painter, so paintings, rhythms, and edges. So hope this helps you guys out. And we always want to end it the same way. This is my studio, and this is where I spend about 80% of my time. There's nobody in here. I have the TV. I have music. I got like 3 stereos. I got tons of headphones and lots of music. And the artists, we kind of live in a silent world. So when I do get out and I get into the classroom, it's like letting a little puppy out of the house. They want to play. But most of my time is spent working. If I'm not working, I'm studying. If I'm not studying, I'm reading. The difference between reading and studying, I have to read a lot of cases, so I have to read a lot of documents. When I'm studying, I've got over 2,000 books. I'm always buying more, and I just throw myself into them. So about 80% of my time is right here, silent, and I love it. I'm an introvert, and I'm in my own head, and I'm always coming up with crazy stuff. And I don't know, I've been an animator my whole life, so in studios, you don't go in there and talk, you go in there and work. So this is my world, and I've designed it here. All right, say hi to everybody around the world, to Gorka, to Hussein, to all the people that text. I do read your stuff. And I'm honored to be able to teach. I just study a lot. Okay, guys, hope you're well. And let's thank Corey for being amazing. And go to our website. There's stuff on there. Maybe it'll help you out. All right, take it easy. Okay, bye.